Hey everyone, it's Michael and Colleen from FWDfuel Sports Nutrition. Today we're talking about Wellevate Products and the best supplement brands. What are the best supplement brands? What makes them the best supplement brands? And where can you buy them at the best possible price? And we actually have a place you can buy for a discounted price. So in a crowded marketplace where there's all kinds of brands, it's really hard because there's so much marketing that can fool you on what is a good brand, what is a good supplement, what makes one brand high quality versus another one. It's not regulated by the FDA. It's a really hard space to figure out if you're just your average consumer. Even as an educated consumer, trying to figure out what is the best brand or which brands make the best supplements for different categories, whether it's official or something, it's really hard.
Well, a beautiful label with a lot of crazy claims can really sell anybody, right? I mean, you can get sucked in for a little bit at least.
That's right.
Which is not
so, one place we want to share about where to buy these supplements is Wellevate. Tell us about Wellevate.
Yeah, so Wellevate is the absolute best place to buy online supplements. It is the gold standard. They carry all the best supplement brands. Everything is thoroughly investigated, regulated, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but it's just so nice for me as a practitioner because I know that my clients are getting quality supplements at a very fair price.
All right, so let's dig into what makes a high quality supplement brand. What are the best supplement brands? Well, the way they start is with sourcing. They source their materials from places that are traceable and they're of high quality. Obviously, they have to get raw materials. They can't produce all the materials themselves. So the next thing is going to be production. They produce in a facility that it gets audited and gets regulated, and we'll talk more about that in just a little bit. Next thing is testing. Not only do they test the materials that come into their facility, but they test their supplements on the end after looking at the end product, making sure it is actually at the potency and the purity that they expect. The next thing is having some transparency. So having both the ability and being open to third-party testing, letting other outside companies come in to test their products, having an open door policy. There's actually one company that we really love is Pure Encapsulations. They actually have an open door policy where you can visit their facility anytime, unannounced. You don't have to plan a visit. You can come in, tour the plant, see the quality, see what they're doing. They are completely open door. And that's the type of thing you're looking for in a quality when you're trying to find the best supplement brand.
And I've used them for years. I can vouch firsthand that it's just really good stuff. I used Pure Encapsulations for a long time.
Yeah. The last thing of this, when you're looking at trying to grade some of these companies and brands, is looking at labeling. Is what is in the product on the label? There's a lot of companies that have gotten in trouble because whether what was on the label was missing an item or the potency wasn't accurate. It said that it had this many milligrams of something and it actually didn't have that much.
So scary.
It's not regulated, or some companies have slipped some things in there to try to make a product a little bit more powerful. Really having quality labeling, and it should be a clean label. It shouldn't be a million things on there. You should be able to recognize a lot of the ingredients on there. So that's going to be the last component. So when we're talking about the best supplement brands, there's something that pulls this all together, and there's some third-party testing. And one of the things that we love is the Emerson quality program that Wellevate is a part of. And that's one of the reasons why we like Wellevate is when being a part of the Emerson quality program, they are evaluating their supplements. They're making sure these brands are really the best brands. And when they have the Emerson quality program gold seal or silver seal, it tells you that. Now you can look up exactly what goes into each of those, but if it's a gold product or gold brand, that means that every single batch of every single supplement that company makes gets tested for the quality. If it's silver, they do some quality testing, maybe not as frequently as the gold standard, and there are some other things that are part of that, which is being a GMP certified facility. GMP stands for Good Manufacturing Practices. Basically, it's saying that they are regulated, they get audited, and they are following proper protocol and standards for handling foods and materials and processing these supplements.
Yes.
So the next thing is something you have a ton of experience with, is dealing with NSF for sports certification. Well, another really high standard for determining what products are quality products. Why do you like NSF for sports certification? What exactly does it mean?
Right, so NSF for sport, it's this little circular blue and white little logo at the bottom corner of your supplement label, your package, your pills, your powder, whatever it may be. But as a sports dietitian working with Olympic, professional, and elite athletes, I need to make sure my athletes are not going to test positive for banned substances, and that is what that little blue and white logo does. It lets me know that every single batch has been third-party tested, and we can take that lot number and trace it back to the day, the manufacturing process, what was going on. So it is the absolute gold standard. You cannot go any higher in terms of regulations for professional athletes or any athletes, high school athletes. I mean, weekend warriors doesn't have to be.
I think it's almost every year you hear of a couple athletes that get in trouble and they get suspended for a few games, and whether it was they didn't have a prescription for some cough medication or as a supplement. Someone, I remember one was just saying it was a protein powder, but they obviously were not taking NSF for sport products, because if they were, they would have been tested and have a label showing that they're free of any banned substances.
It's scary. There's a lot of pyramid schemes out there where someone's trying to sell you something really because they're making a profit. We won't name names, but a lot of the very popular brands right now, I've had athletes test positive, and it's not worth it.
It's just a lot of marketing with some false claims and people trying to profit off of other
watch
people.
out. Yep.
So we have a list of the top supplement brands.
Yep.
And it's not really in a particular order, but why don't you take us through, if we had a list, what are the top 12 or 13 that you'd recommend for a lot of people? And I'll pitch in a few reasons why as we go through this.
Yeah, and this is kind of a long one, so we had to put a little cheat sheet out, so excuse us here. But you use these both personally and professionally. So, Thorne, Pure Encapsulations, Innate Response, Integrative Therapeutics, Metagenics, Nordic Naturals.
I'm going to pause you on Nordic Naturals. They make one of the very best fish oils, and their founder. Now, part of why we know a lot about these companies, I've reached out to almost every one of these companies to get more information on saying, hey,
after we've used them for years and years,
what sets them apart? How are they different? So, okay, you are gold certified by the Emerson Quality Program. What else makes you special? Because there are many companies that have that standard. So we reached out a bunch, and Nordic Naturals was started by a guy who was in California. He's actually from Scandinavia, and he found that you could not find high quality fish oils anywhere, and they went to great lengths to make sure that their supplements are always tested for mercury. It's high quality sustainable fish, really good quality stuff. You don't want to be having a bunch of mercury in your fish oils.
Yep, true. Yeah, that almost defeats the whole purpose. So, Designs for Health, Claire Labs, Douglas Labs, which actually is Clean Athletes, kind of like the parent company. They're sister companies, I guess. Microbiome Labs, which is not on Wellevate yet, but we do have a link to that if you need help accessing it. Gaia Herbs, which is something you could typically buy at your grocery store. Garden of Life, same thing, as well as our last one, Now Sports.
Yeah, and Now Sports, they do supplement testing. They do up to 16,000 tests on the quality of their supplements monthly. They also have on their website where they show some small testing that they do to show the ability of their supplements, or how effective their supplements are. So showing that this supplement, when someone ingested it, it rose into the bloodstream, it was this effective. So they're regularly testing. They have a lab testing the quality of their supplements and the quality. So not every brand is out there testing to see like, hey, is a supplement that we're selling to people, is it really effective? Is it getting the proper effect in the bloodstream that everyone needs?
Yeah, exactly.
So as we said, some brands make really good fish oil, some brands make a really great probiotic. Clear Labs, for example, makes some of the best probiotics out there, and we have a little cheat sheet on the top supplements, top 5 supplements to consider, and we'll put that in the show notes. And this is just a starting point. So supplements should be very specific to you, but a lot of people want to know a starting point, and some people want to know like, hey, just give me like the top 5 from the top brands. What should I be taking? If I need a fish oil and a multivitamin, a probiotic, just a couple of things, what are some of the best ones from the best brands? We have a PDF for you there. And if you want to learn more about this, we have a whole blog post on it. Wellevate and the top nutritional supplement brands in the world. You can see the list. There's a link to Wellevate in there. There's explanation on all these different certifications these companies have, and there's pictures of the labels so you know what to look for when you're looking for the NSF, say, logo or the Emerson Gold logo. So all kinds of information. Check out that blog post. We'll have that in the show notes below. We also have a video on how to use Wellevate. A lot of people have asked us like, hey, can you give me a video on how to set up my account? We created that. We'll link that in the show notes as well. Anything else?
No, I think that's all that you need.
All right, if you like this video, give us a big thumbs up. subscribe to our channel so we can share updates with you, share with your friends so we can grow the channel and help more people, and check us out on our blog. That's FWDfuel.com, FWDfuel.com. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And that's it for now.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.